Hi everyone, in my last haul video I was talking about this punch over here, and it's called the apron lace punch. And when I opened up the packaging, I had this small leaflet inside, and I was flipping through it, and I saw that on the images here it says that you can use your punch in such a way that you can get like a double image kind of thing. So it's number 6 here, if you can see it. So I decided to have a play with my punches and see what I can come up with, and this is what I came with. So I've made some notes for myself. So this is the punch when you use it on its own, like when you punch it once, and this is the punch I'm talking about, and this is when you use it twice. And this is the same punch, but you get a slightly different design when you use a narrower piece of paper. And this is it in yellow. This is this punch over here, and the same punch when you leave it with these strips, and this is the punch. So I thought that was exciting, and I had to work out the size of the paper because I wasn't sure which size to use to get, for example, this one, the first one, it doesn't say on the leaflet. So I had to play, and I think on my about maybe 6th time then I managed to get the size. So let me show you how I did that. The first thing that I'm going to do, I will need a piece of strip of card which is 1 1/8 inches wide. This is 2.9 centimeters. I'm not really worried about the length, but just the width. So I'm going to put it here and cut it at 1 1/8 inches, 2.9 centimeters. Okay, and then I'm going to start with this one. Okay, now if you look on the punch over here, you will see that there's like a guideline here and like a guideline over here. So what I've done, I've used a pen as well to mark it here. This is where I'm going to put my card in. So about 1 square inside of that guideline here. So I'm going to slide my card in here always. That's my guide. So I'm going to slide my card in, press it against the notch here, the edge of the back edge of the punch, press it against it, and then punch. Now I've had this punch for ages, and I don't know, this seems a little bit stiff. I don't know why. This is my first Fiskars punch ever. It's been a long time, so I'm not sure what's going on. So anyway, then you slide it across until the punched out image will match the design on the punch here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then punch again. I'm gonna carry on until the end. Okay, Once you have your design, what you're going to do is flip it over. I'm going to show you this again. Take it out, flip it over, and slide it in again where you have started, where I showed you before. Put it in there and then punch. Move it across, and again once it matches the design here, punch again. And again. And there you have it. Beautiful design. And I just thought, I was really excited to discover this because I haven't seen this on YouTube. I haven't seen it on any blog or anything like that. There probably could be some, there probably do exist some tutorials. I'm looking at it here. You can also use it as a stencil, do some chalking, and yeah, so one punch, two designs already, and I'm gonna show you the third design you can get. I'm just gonna clean this away. For the next one, you're going to cut your paper at 1 inch, and this one is 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch. And I'm going to do the same thing. Slide it in and punch. Then again, flip it over, slide it in where you started, and punch. And I discovered this one by pure accident, because remember I was telling you I was trying it out, so I had to try different width of paper, and that's how I got this one over here. It's just the difference of the width of the paper. When the paper is narrow, it gives you a different design because it takes away more sections from the middle. Really excited about this. The next one I'm going to show you is this one. The next one I'm going to show you is this one. Okay, and this one I'm going to cut at 2 centimeters. And punch everything out. And then flip it over, slide it in. I'm just checking through here if I can see the hole of the punch out card inside, and it has to match. You don't want your card to be seen like that. Part of the punch out hole, you want the whole piece like this here. Place it down, and then you're going to punch. Yep. And move it on your left, punch again, and then move it on your right and punch again. And perfect. You have this chain punched out image going on here. And I'm going to show you a last one with, okay, this time I'm going to start here, slide my card in, just make sure my card is finding the center, and this is how I do it. I just check the images on the side and just make sure the same amount is showing. But if you don't want to do this, then just find the middle of your strip of card, draw a line, and then make sure when you slide it in, it matches this guideline on the punch here. I'm just going to do it this way, and then punch. And this time, do not flip it, just make a 180 degrees clockwise turn like that, and then slide it in again, and just make sure you're finding the center. And anyway, I'm also looking at the design over here, and just make sure it's fitting with it. Obviously it's the reverse image, it's not gonna be exactly the same, but I'm finding the center of my card, and then punch, and you have a different design in the center. This is a totally different design. Okay, so I'm going to need, this time I'm going to cut my strip of card slightly bigger than 2 centimeters. I would say 7/8, and that's going to be 2.3 centimeters. Then I'm going to punch the whole card, like this here. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 180 degree turn, 180 degrees clockwise turn, and then slide it in. And then instead of putting it right in the middle, and I'm using the left hand and right hand as my guide because I know where I started before, just make sure both of them are. punch, and again punch. So you get your chain with a strip of cord in the middle, another design. Okay. Okay. I'm going to cut my card at 7/8. That's 2.3 centimeters. Then I'm going to punch. Somebody has very loud music outside, so hopefully you can still hear me. Now, what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to flip it over, and then what I'm going to do, instead of placing my card in the center like how I did before, I'm going to slide it to the side. So this is when my card is right in the middle. Slide it to the side at least until it reaches that line here, the second square in, going in. And if you turn your card over, no, you can't see it that way, but just slide it, I would say about a few centimeters off center. A few centimeters off center, and about maybe 3/16 off center. So let me bring it close. So instead of it being here, it was right at nearly the beginning of this square here. So I'm gonna bring it to here, around here, and then you're going to punch. Again, and one more time. So here you go. I hope that you have learned something from me today, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to you. And